welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Loretta. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my savings plan for 2024. So the savings plan that I'm working on now is my discretionary savings. So it doesn't include anything like a retirement or investments or anything like that. These are just things that throughout the year I know that I'm going to have to pay for, and when these things come up they could be quite pricey, and it's things that I want, not things that I need. So I don't need any of these things to survive, well, except for maybe the dentist, but I really don't need that to survive. That's more for health and wellness. But these are things that I want to spend money on, and when they come up I don't want to be surprised by it and have to put it on my credit card and not be able to pay it, or not be able to you know, just have that money. It's nice to have it when you want it for spending these types of things. So the system that I use is this Happy Planner. I purchased this cover from, I believe, Zulily years ago, and the discs came on another planner that I had. I was using a Happy Planner for quite a few years as my planning system. I've since switched to Hobonichi, which I have a video on my unboxing and the decorating of this. If you want to see it, I'll link it below. So the reason that I use this is because this is what I have. So if you're planning on doing this type of thing for savings, you can basically use anything. You can even use just envelopes. You can get regular, like, white legal size envelopes or smaller envelopes. Let me just go grab some envelopes that I have. I have a whole bunch of these as well, and these fit Canadian bills. I think that you can fit a whole bill into here perfectly. Let me double check. Pretty sure I don't have to fold it to put it in here. Yeah, so it fits it well. You can get some of these. I actually picked these up at a thrift store. I think there was like 100 in a box, but the box wasn't completely full. There was like maybe 20 gone, and they were $2 or $3. And I checked Staples, and boxes of these are like 20 bucks. So I thought that was a good deal. I actually picked them up for more for my craft, not for money. But anyways, I have a whole bunch of those. And like I said, you can just use like a regular envelope and decorate it. You can use jars, whatever. It doesn't have to be super fancy, and the reason that I did use this is because I have it. I have discs, I have the cover. A couple years ago, actually no, I think 2020, maybe a year and a half ago, I purchased the envelopes that are in here from CCAM Designs on Etsy. I'll link her shop below as well, and these are the envelopes that I've been using for my savings. The shop is really fantastic. She worked with me. I asked if she could leave like a 3/4 or an inch on the end of the envelope so that I could punch my own holes, because I have like a Happy Planner punch. Don't go out and buy a Happy Planner punch for $50 just to make these. Honestly, you can order them like this. Like I said, you can use regular envelopes. You don't need all that fancy stuff, but that's what I have, so that's what I used. I just recently put these discs on. I had smaller ones, but the envelopes can get quite bulky, so I decided to switch over to these bigger ones. So here's my savings plan. So my girlfriend is going to be celebrating her birthday in Europe in 2025, so I have been saving for that. I did crunch some numbers and thought that's probably what I'm going to need. I might not even need that much, but I kind of want to overestimate just in case. I'm planning on getting a new vehicle. Been saving for that. Every year we do a girls' weekend, a spa weekend around Christmas time. Saving for that. Candles. I love candles, and I buy candles. I'll insert a picture here of this massive amount of candles that I purchased before Christmas. It's from a company in British Columbia. I will link the shop below too. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just really like their beeswax candles, and I always end up buying a lot because I burn a lot. I have candle holders all over my house, and I burn them when I'm crafting, when I'm cleaning, when I'm just sitting down relaxing, having a coffee. I constantly burn candles. So I made a little fund for that. Hobonichi 2025. So in Canada, if you, I don't know about next year, but this year, if you spend $310, you get free shipping. So I'm not sure if I'm going to spend that this year. I believe I spent just over $150, but that's what I'm going to be saving just in case I do want to spend that. Christmas is always another thing that kind of just like all of a sudden it's here, you know, the summer's over and then it's like, oh, it's September, October, Christmas is coming. So I do save some money, so I have a little bit for gifts and food and whatever else I need. John's birthday is coming up next month, and I want to make sure that I have some money put aside to treat him for dinner or buy him a gift. I think we may be going away for the night and then doing a dinner. I'm not sure yet, but I want some money for that. I do save for the dentist. My appointments, my cleanings are about $175. I work a job that is not salary, it is hourly, and there are no benefits. So any sort of thing that I have to pay for, prescriptions or dental, I have to pay for out of pocket. And I do go to the dentist every 6 months. I wouldn't really call that discretionary spending, but it's also not necessary for survival. It is health and wellness. But anyways, I do put that in that category there. And I just recently moved, so I have quite a large garden and I want to be saving for that. But instead of saving bills, I'm going to be saving my coins from whatever purchases I make, put them in a jar, and then when I have a few $100s, it's a good start for a garden. This sticker I got from Seacan Designs. This was in the package when I ordered the envelopes. So I made this little chart on Canva, and I just make, so what I do is I get my pay, I go to the bank, I take out a bunch of cash, and I leave in the bank the bills that automatically come out, and I get a bunch of cash for my savings plan. So I was planning on getting a new car by the end of last year, beginning this year, so around this time I would be getting one, but my car, knock on wood, is still running. So I'm going to hold on to it for as long as I possibly can and just keep stashing money away for that down payment, because cars can be very expensive, especially these days. The interest rates are insane. So I am carrying that over to this year. I don't know why this printed out smaller than like my regular size ones. I think my setting was just off. This should be bigger, but I'm not going to even worry about that. So I have each week, as you can see, and then every time I put money in, I write it down and I put it in the envelope. My car down payment envelope is not in here because it is getting bulky. And so this is Europe, and it's not fancy, the stickers. I just use masking tape and then write whatever it is. This one here, ooh, we're popping out. This one here is a little bit messy, but I'm going to be starting a new one in February, and I've already printed that out. So just down there I have till February 11th. And these are the envelopes that I purchased from Etsy. So you can choose the design, and they're just laminated on the inside and outside. You can request what kind of holes you want on the side. So if you have just like regular ring binder, you can do that. I think I paid just over $20 for the 5 envelopes. And she also made labels for me. She asked me what kind of labels I wanted, vinyl labels, and she made those. But because my envelopes are always changing, I don't really use them. I could use the gifts one, and I also could use the Christmas one because that's kind of ongoing, but for now I haven't used any of them. Next we have, okay, so there's a brand new Europe one that starts February. And then I will be saving, get that out of the way so we don't burn my papers, at the beginning of 2025 up until, you know, I have here March, but maybe April, May, depending on when I actually go on the trip. I still have a lot of time to save for that. At the top, I put what the savings is, how much I plan on saving, how much a month I'm saving, and how much every week. And then we have candles, and it works out to $3.54 a week, but I don't want to be putting change in here. So what I do is I kind of take the amount and divide. So let's say I'll take $10 and then I'll divide it by $3.54 and see how many weeks that is. So I'll just put in the $10 and then I'll write that I've covered 3 weeks. So I don't really need to put in my next, my next savings bill until the 22nd. And if I have like a particularly good week at work and I'm working extra hours, then I can always just take $50 and then just put, you know, like fill up to April or May or whatever the case is for that particular savings goal. And then I don't have to worry about that. So these like little smaller savings I find like super manageable. But like I said, I'm saving $170. So instead of $170 all at one time in November coming out of my account or paying with my Visa, I have that money. So I find the smaller ones, they're all beneficial, but the smaller ones are by far easier, of course. This is Christmas and Hobonichi. I only have so many envelopes, so I put Christmas and Hobonichi in the same envelopes. And I've already started for Christmas next year, so I put $10 for this week, and the next week I'll put another $10. It's so easy to save this way because each week I'm only putting in $10. And $10 is not a big deal, but $440 is. And I know that next year at Christmas I'm going to be spending this money. So I already know I'm spending the money. Putting it in little increments has just been, for me, the best way to save, and I highly recommend it. Everybody has their own savings goals too. So yours might be, you know, something for if you have kids, for the kids, or a down payment for a house. You would want, you know, a better solution where you can get a lot of interest, but it could be anything, right? And there's the Hobonichi. So again, like I said, I'd take, let's say $20 or $10 and then divide it by $6.45 and see how many weeks I need to put in. My next one is the spa weekend with the girls. I'm putting $25 a week. By the end of the year, I'll have my $1,200. I also put how many weeks up here I need to save for. I just find a weekly savings better for me than a monthly. It's just a little bit more manageable. And there's John's birthday. His birthday's coming up, so I only have a few more weeks of savings and I have all the money that I need for that. And that's it. That's how I save for my little purchases, little and big purchases. I will probably be adding a few more throughout the year, but that's sort of what I'm getting started with for 2024. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.